Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Dr. Ignacio Paradelo. I'm from Argentina, but living here right now in Barcelona. And this evening, I want you to talk about the master in aesthetic medicine to discover the international master degree in aesthetic medicine, nutrition, and anti-aging. All the questions, I'm going to explain how it works. And at the end of the presentation, I will have a time so you to ask some questions and all the doubts that you have about this so we can answer at the end. Okay? Okay, let's start. So I will explain first about the program of this master. Okay, it's a master's degree that's accredited by the UDIMA, that's the University of Madrid, and also accredited by the University of Laws. So you are going to have both accreditations, okay? The next edition will start now in this spring, so you have time right now to start this master this year. And we have an hybrid model, okay? So we have two different models. One will be online theory, and the other one will be a presential internships that will be here in Spain. Now I'm going to explain after about this, okay? Then you will have about 100 of practical theories with real patients, and all the doctors that will teach you in the master are specialized on aesthetic medicine, okay? So let's start with the program, with the methodology, okay? You will have when you go to the online classes, that's why you have the possibility to start this spring, because you can do it whenever you want at home. The only thing that it's that you have to end all that modules before to come here to Spain to do the practical um, sessions, okay? So the methodology will be, you will have high definition video classes where you will have access to the theoretical HID lectures anytime through our advanced virtual platform. So whenever you want, you will have the possibility to ask or to see that videos. And also if you want to recover some theory or some video that you want to see it again, you will have the possibility to do it, okay? Then you will have specialized Blackboard tutoring. Is that mean that you will have academic support and live Q&A sessions if you have any questions about a video or about any practice that you will have also during here in Spain, you will have that support anytime when you need it. Then also you will have a downloadable study materials. Well, you will have a PDF guides and resources as you can see here in the presentation. So furthermore, the video classes, you will have also the PDF guides with all the information that you will need to study and to learn all that aesthetic procedures. Then you will have 8 theoretical practical modules. This is the modules that you will have or you will need to complete before to come here to Spain to do the practice sessions. And at the end, you will have a hands-on clinical practice, an intensive in-person training with real patients at our clinics here in Madrid. Now I'm going to explain a little bit more about this. And to end this master, you will need to do a thesis in any subject that you would like to do it. Okay, also related to the aesthetic medicine. So what does this master includes? The principle, and to me it's one of the most important things, it's the civil liability insurance. That's the professional indemnity insurance is full covered during the program. And why this is important? Because here in Spain, we have some masters that they don't have this type of insurance. So when the students come to the master, they are not able to do the practice by their own. So they just watch their teachers doing the procedures. But I think, in my opinion, that the most important thing in this type of master is that you have the possibility to practice, and not only with those, but with real patients. So you can have the feeling of the needle, the feeling of the cannula, the feeling of the skin, the different tissues of the patients, and also you can feel and see how the patients react to the treatment. Okay, so that's why for me this is one of the most important things that this master have. Also, you will have all-inclusive materials. All the medical supplies and products are included in the tuition fee, so you don't need to bring the products, either you or the patients. Also, you will have a direct clinical placement. Is that we operate our own Listen healthcare clinics where Amir directly organize hands-on sessions with the real patients. So Amir organized that, and the teachers, are the ones who select the patient for the different procedures. Then you have also expert master classes and exclusive sessions focused on the latest trends and innovations in the medical aesthetic fields. Also, this hybrid module allows you to have a work-life balance because the practical training is concentrated into one intensive week to fit your professional schedule. So that's why you will have the 8 theoretical modules before, and at the end you will have this practical training in 1 week, full week. That's also a difference with the students here in Spain, that they have 1 weekend, one practice per month. So in your case, I think that's more. I like it more because you are training every day, so you don't forget what you learned, for example, yesterday, and then you have the possibility to continue asking. So, in my experience as a teacher here in the Amir, I think that the international students or the students for Portugal, as you have like the intensive week, you have the possibility to practice more and to learn more because you are doing the whole weekend practice. Then you have the progressive learning curve, a comprehensive clinical approach that involves from foundational techniques to advanced deep tissue procedures. And also, you will have the possibility to make an alumni network. And this is permanent access to our professional community for ongoing support and networking. And this is really important too, because then when you come back to your country, the partners that you make during the master will have the possibility to create a network that maybe in the future you can work together, or you can open a clinic together, or sometimes as you are alone, if you have any problem or an adverse event, you will have someone to ask in that case. So it's too important to have a networking in this area. And also, as I told you before, you will have a dual certification, an official accreditation awarded by both Amir and Udima University, and also, as I told you, the University of Laws. And to complete this experience here in Spain, you will have a Madrid experience tour with a guide city tour of Madrid is included as part of the Master Cultural Program. And also a catering is included. As you are going to be here from Monday to Sunday, you will have lunches provided from Monday to Friday during the intensive practical week. Why the weekend is not covered? Because you will end a little bit earlier in weekend, so you can do the tour on Saturday, and you can come back home on Sunday evening. Sorry. So this is an example of the hand-on practices. You will start on Monday with a welcome and then a little part of theory. So you can remember some anatomy. So we can start before to start with the techniques and the procedure. It's really, really important to know the anatomy. As injector, every time or every year that I continue doing this, I more consider about the anatomy, because if I don't know the anatomy, I don't know in which plane I'm going to inject the product, or why. If I know exactly the anatomy, I can choose which techniques do I have to use, or which product do I have to use, and understand better also the process of the aging and how I can do the anti-aging treatments. Okay, so for example, the first day you will have the most easiest procedure as the mesotherapy, facial, and also the capillary method therapy. Then you, for example, on Tuesday, you will start with the upper third botulinum toxin, then the non-surgical rhinoplasty and the under-eye filler. Both of these treatments include also the botulinum toxin for the gamma smile, are the only three procedures that you are not going to do it, but are going to do it because you need, it's more an expert technique, and we have a lot of complications when doing these procedures. That's why we are the ones who are doing just these procedures. The other procedures that you are going to see here are you are the ones who are going to do it, okay, with our supervision. But the rhinoplasty, the under eye filler, and the botulinum toxin for the gamma smile are the ones that you are not doing it, but we are doing it, okay? Then you will have, for example, the Blanchik technique to treat these lines, the perioral lines, wrinkles, then the nasolabial filler, okay, the chin and the jaw line with the hyaluronic acid. On Wednesday, for example, you'll have the calcium hydroxyapatite. I don't know if you ever heard about this molecule. That's the brand of this is the Radius. Then you have the treatment of the submental fat, the facial redensification. Sorry, it's like the skin booster with the hyaluronic acid, with a soft hyaluronic acid. Then the Sunecos is a treatment for the under eye to treat especially to the skincare of the under eye, and also to treat the color and improve the quality of the skin of the under eye. Then you have the body mesotherapy. On Thursday, as I told you, the botulinum toxin for the gamma smile. Then a collagen inductor at the polynucleotides. There, I don't know if you ever heard about the salmon sperms, are this treatment. Then you have the cheek filler, the upper third again with the botulinum toxin. And why it is repeated, the upper third with the botulinum toxin, because it's one of the most asked treatment in our clinics. That's why we want you to practice several times with this treatment. So when we end the practice, you are secure to start with this treatment, okay? Then on Friday, you'll have the lip irradiation with the hyaluronic acid, hydroxyapatite again, the neck filler, okay? And then you will have a filler, lip filler in young and also in older patients, because the anatomy and the way to treat and also the product that we are going to use in a young patient or in an older patient are going to be different. So that's why it's important to you to practice in these different types of patients, the lip filler. And on Saturday, you are going to repeat the upper third toxin, the Sculptra. The Sculptra is another inductor of collagen, and you are going to practice in both on body and face. And on Sunday, that's going to be the last day, you will have a master class with a lower third botulinum toxin. That's there are treatments that it's off-label treatment that they are not on the direction of the toxins, but that we do in our day-by-day clinic. So that it's important you also to know these types of treatments. Then, so as I told you before, the program will be an hybrid model between 8 modules of theoretical classes and then the practical classes. It starts now in spring, so you have time now to start this master, because as you can do it at home, so you have time. The only thing is you have to complete the 8 modules before the end of the summer. Okay, so that's why it's important if you can start right now, so you can have the time to watch the videos, to read the PDF. And if you have any questions about these treatments, or about the classes or the material study, you can ask us. Also, at the end of every module, you will have a test. So that's important to you to do it with time and not in a hurry, okay? So the duration of this master, it's 8 months. And as I told you, you will have the double certification of the University of Laws and the University of Madrid, the UDIMA. And this master gives you 60 credits that this is important to you when you ask for a job in different aesthetic clinics. They ask you to have a master degree, and also depending on the credits, sometimes they can choose you depending on the grades. So this is important also. So to go deeper in this, in the practicals, see, how are the hands-on practices? Okay, they are going to be 7-day clinical immersion and intensive practical training at the Amira Aesthetic Medicine Clinic in Madrid, a premier hub for clinical excellence. Okay, as I showed you before, there are going to be 7 days in a full week. Supervised practice with real patients, okay, it will be a hands-on opportunity to apply your knowledge with confidence in a real-world clinical cases. What we like to do here is, for example, if we are going to practice a lip filler, but not to do just the lip filler, but to analyze the whole face of our patients. Because sometimes, for example, we have some patients that they say that they have like a huge nose, but when we analyze the profile of our patients, maybe the nose it's okay, but they have like a retrognathia, the chin it's more like this. So maybe this patient that comes to us asking for a rhinoplasty, maybe it needs to be its chin needs to be filler, and that's why it's always important to analyze our patients before to do any treatment, okay? And I like to do that in each classes, because we are not used to or we don't have this type of training when we study medicine in the hospital. So to see wrinkle, to see depression, to see an hyperpigmentation. So that's why I like to train our eyes to see these asymmetries or this type of discoloration to so we can analyze that and do a planification for our the treatment of our patients. Then, in active medical aesthetic practitioners, all you will learn directly from expert faculty who are currently practicing at the forefront of the industry. That means that all the teachers, including me, we are dedicated for to the aesthetic medicine. For example, in my case, I left the hospital 8 years ago, and 8 years ago I started doing aesthetic medicine. So now I'm fully dedicated to this, and also the other teachers that will be in Madrid. And then you will have a cultural and social activities with guide city tours, gourmet dining experience, and exclusive networking events. This also it's really, really important, as I told you, because it will help you for the future, okay? And when you will have this type of practice, you it will be two groups. One is going to come here to Spain in October, and the other one will come in November. Let me see if we can see this video. As you could see in the video, you have from all different countries and all different types of specialities. So that's the good thing of this master that has brings to all of you the possibility to get into this beautiful world of the aesthetic medicine. And this is, let me see if you can see it. This is Agatha, that is going to be the coordinator of the master. So she will be with you step by step, and also we are going to be there. But she will be you in the tutorial program. So if you have any questions or doubts about the videos or the PDF material or anything that is related to the master, she's the one who are going to help you, also all of us. Okay, so why to choose this program? Because it has a flexible format. So you have an on-demand online theory available 24 hours, 7 days per week, plus one intensive practical week in Madrid. Then you will have a global and a European valid certifications. So clinics actively seek certified aesthetic doctors with proven hands-on experience. As I was explaining in the beginning, there are a lot of masters that you can do online or that you can go and to see how the teachers do the procedures. But I think in my experience that when you end the master, if you didn't have the possibility to do the practice, I think it doesn't worth it, because it's the same. If I can watch videos from YouTube, I can download PDF or different studies and read how how is the procedure to make a lip filler. But if I never had any syringe in my hand, if I never touch a lip, or if I never touch a lip with a filler before, it's really difficult to start. And we don't have to forget also all the risk that we have when we do this type of procedures. That's why it's important, the insurance, and also that you have teachers that can be with you at the moment that you start doing the procedures. That's why for me, the practice is the most important thing that this master had. And also you will have access to cutting edge aesthetic techniques. This program goes beyond the academy, and it's your directly gateway to make the job market. So you will have real patients with advanced techniques. You will have the possibility to make a networking and active teachers in aesthetic medicine. So thank you for this. Sorry for my English.